Have you ever woken up at 3 in the morning to the deafening whisper of your own past? That voice always asks the same thing. What if? What if you hadn't left that university? What if you had stayed silent that evening, or instead screamed at the top of your lungs? What if you had chosen that other door in the labyrinth, the one that looked like a dark, uncertain tunnel back then, but now feels like a lost paradise? We are used to dragging these ghostly lives behind us like heavy, dusty sacks. We judge our past selves, using the wisdom we only have today, by the laws of a time when we possessed neither that wisdom nor that experience. We look at that younger version of ourselves, frightened or blinded, and we grow angry. Why were you so foolish? Why did you choose wrong? But this is the greatest trap of the mind. We look at a map with 100 roads drawn on it and believe we could have walked any of them. We forget that in that moment, we didn't have a map. We only had a single flashlight, shining exactly one step ahead. And that step was the only one we could have ever taken. Let's stop the gears of this labyrinth for a moment and look inside the mechanism. We believe we stand before a fork in the road with 10 different paths. But the truth is, in every single second of time, there is only one open door. Think of your most wrong action, the one that still makes you feel shame or bitterness. Now, take away everything you've learned since then. Remove today's strength. Remove this experience. What is left? Your fear at the time, your exhaustion, your desperate attempt to survive, to protect yourself, or simply to feel loved. You acted from the exact point of pain or hope that was beneath your feet. You couldn't choose the wise path because wisdom is the currency you bought with the price of that very mistake. It's like physics. A bullet doesn't choose where to fly once the trigger is pulled. It goes where the gunpowder, the weight, and the wind push it. In that moment, your gunpowder was your circumstances and the wind was your feelings. You did the best you could with what you had, because if you could have done otherwise, you would have. But you couldn't, and in that, there's no guilt, only inevitability. If everything is predetermined, then why the labyrinth? Why do we call this painful experience a mistake? Imagine a building. Its foundation isn't laid with perfect, sterile blocks, but with whatever was at hand. Debris from old walls, heavy stones, sand, and clay. Your mistakes are those very fragments. Without that failed decision, without that pain you now want to erase from your memory, you would be just a smooth, boring facade. Without a story, without the cracks where light is born. We look at our scars and see defeat. But the truth is, every wrong turn was the tool of a sculptor. It means you took the one where you were meant to meet yourself. The real you, bruised but alive. We are the architecture of our defeats. Like kintsugi, where the golden seam runs exactly where it hurts the most. If you hadn't broken then, you wouldn't have the chance to mend yourself with gold today. Your inevitability is not a prison. It is the process of creating a masterpiece where every brushstroke is necessary, even the darkest one. So, what remains when the smoke of regret clears? Silence. The kind of silence where you no longer fight with your past self. You admit, yes, this was my only path. I could not have done otherwise. And that is okay. The second you forgive your past, you gain something greater than just peace. You gain the freedom to be here. Not in a ghostly yesterday where you were supposedly better, but in a real today where you are already enough. Your life is not a series of errors to be corrected. It is a unique, unrepeatable dance of inevitability. And if tomorrow it seems like you are facing a terrifying choice, remember the whisper of the labyrinth. You cannot lose your life. You're always in your place. You're always walking home. Just breathe. Your architecture is already being built, and in it, there is not a single wasted stone.